My beloved child, I need you to hear this clearly today. You did not fail. You did not lose your way. You did not ruin your life. You simply outgrew a version of life that could no longer hold who you are becoming. I know it feels confusing. I know it hurts to look back and wonder why things fell apart. I know you replay moments in your mind asking yourself what you could have done differently. But listen to me gently now. Some endings are not losses. They are releases. There were seasons in your life that once felt right. People you trusted. Dreams you poured your heart into. Plans you believed would last forever. And when those things ended, you assumed it meant you failed. But growth often looks like loss before it looks like freedom. You didn't walk away because you were weak. You walked away because your spirit could no longer stay small. You began to see things differently. You started noticing what drained you. You felt uncomfortable settling for less peace. You questioned patterns that once felt normal. That discomfort wasn't confusion. It was awareness. And awareness changes everything. I saw you trying to hold on even when it was hurting you. I saw how hard you worked to keep things together. I saw the nights you questioned yourself and wondered why nothing felt the same anymore. It wasn't because something was wrong with you. It was because something inside you had grown, and growth will always challenge what can no longer support it. You didn't fail that relationship. You outgrew the version of yourself that accepted less than respect. You didn't fail that dream. You outgrew the version of life that kept you trapped in fear. You didn't fail that season. You outgrew the limits it placed on your soul. I know it's painful to let go of what once felt familiar. Familiarity feels safe, even when it no longer brings peace. But I never called you to stay where you stopped growing. I called you forward. You are not starting over from nothing. You are starting again with wisdom. You are carrying lessons now, clarity now, strength you didn't have before. Nothing you lived through was wasted. Nothing you endured was meaningless. It all shaped you. You may feel behind, but you are not late. You may feel uncertain, but you are not lost. You may feel tired, but you are not broken. You are becoming. There are doors ahead of you that require this version of you. The one who knows their worth. The one who listens to their spirit. The one who no longer begs for belonging. If you had stayed the same, you would not fit where I am taking you. So stop calling growth a failure. Stop labeling endings as mistakes. Stop punishing yourself for evolving. What you outgrew was not meant to follow you forever. And what is ahead of you will meet you with more peace, not less. Take a breath now. Release the guilt. Let go of the shame. You didn't fail. You grew. And I am with you as you step into what's next. Slowly, gently, with confidence. Your story is still unfolding, and I want you to understand this clearly. Outgrowing something does not mean you were ungrateful. It does not mean you were careless. It does not mean you didn't try hard enough. It means your soul refused to stay in a place that no longer aligned with who you were becoming. You stayed longer than you should have. You gave more chances than were required. You tried to fix what was never yours to carry alone. That is not failure. That is endurance. But endurance has a season too. There comes a moment when staying loyal to growth means letting go of familiarity. When choosing peace means disappointing people. When honoring your calling means walking away from what once defined you. That moment is not betrayal. It is courage. I know you sometimes miss the version of life you left behind. Not because it was healthy, but because it was familiar. Familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar freedom. But I did not create you to survive comfortably. I created you to live fully. You are no longer the person who can pretend everything is fine while your heart is breaking quietly. You are no longer the person who accepts less just to avoid change. You are no longer the person who stays silent to keep the peace at the cost of your own. That version of you served its purpose, but it cannot walk with you anymore. I am not removing things from your life to punish you. I am clearing space. Space for healthier connections. Space for aligned opportunities. Space for peace that doesn't require sacrifice. Space for joy that doesn't come with guilt. What feels like loss now will soon feel like relief. What feels like confusion will soon feel like clarity. What feels like standing alone will soon reveal itself as standing strong. Do not rush to replace what you outgrew. Let the space teach you what you truly need. Let the quiet help you hear your own heart again. Let this pause strengthen you instead of scaring you. I am guiding you gently, even when the path feels unfamiliar. I am protecting you from repeating cycles you no longer belong in. I am preparing you for connections that don't drain you, for work that doesn't consume you, for a life that doesn't require you to abandon yourself. So when doubt rises and you wonder if you made a mistake, remember this: you didn't fail forward by accident. You grew forward on purpose. And growth always feels uncomfortable right before it feels right. Stay here with me for a moment. Breathe without rushing. Rest without explaining. Trust without fear. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are exactly where you need to be to become who you were meant to be. And I am walking with you into what's next, quietly, faithfully, every step of the way. Every step.